guys, Ranger Liz here with a Super Ninja Steel episode review in the spirit of Halloween. Of course, we had our Halloween episode called, I keep wanting to call it Halloween Court. It's not, it's called Monster Mix-Up. And it is our Halloween show for the year. It's episode 21, if you're wondering why it's 21 and not like 19 or 19. They do the main series, or episodes 1 through 20, and then the Halloween episode is the next one after that, and then the Christmas episode. So Halloween's 21, Christmas will be 22. The next, the episode we just had was 18, and the one we're having next week is 19. Real quick, let me know in the comments if this is something you'd be interested in. But on this coming Saturday in a few days, I'll be streaming for Extra Life, doing a big gaming thing. And I was wondering about trying to watch Super Ninja Steel Live, but like do it as an interactive kind of thing. I'm going to be streaming a good part of 24 hours. It's a really crazy thing. It's gaming for the kids, for charity, for children's Miracle Life Network. Check out the links below if you'd like to hear more about it. I'm also plugging them right there. Now that you can 100% see the live part due to the glaring. Should put it right there. Sure, we'll put it right there. I'm playing with something new, guys. If you're wondering all this, I'm playing with trying to edit and do stuff at the same time, and we'll see how that goes. But Monster Mix Up, our Halloween episode, that was all the back of it. Let's get to these right here. So it's a Halloween episode, and we get costumes. I do love seeing the Ranger costumes. They just, over the years, there have been some good ones, there have been some weird ones, but I really enjoyed these. There are a few things that I want to point out about them. The one, Peter dressing up as a caveman. I mean, come on. Yoshi being the caveman, that's just awesome. Really nice of them. They're fine, they're cute, but Calvin's suit, every time you see him, and I have him right there, he has his bucket in front of his bucket, I guess. That is not even the right word for that. He only has parts of himself covered. Now, I'm sure he's probably wearing a dance belt or something, as they have to do with the spandex, but he clearly was a little uncomfortable, I guess, because in all of the shots, like, he was trying to stand behind someone or have something in front, at least in this time. So the Rangers are all going to go out trick-or-treating, yay, fun, when they are confronted by a whole bunch of monsters, and it's a lot of monsters. It is, was it seven on them? Maybe I'll make the picture a little bigger so you guys can see. Womp. This shot alone was crazy. Imagine the blocking. There were 7 monsters and 6 Rangers. With one of them, they did this body swap. These monsters had nothing to do with ODS or anything like that, but they wanted the Rangers because these guys were the gruesome grunts, and they were wanted by the Intergalactic Halloween Court, which is also apparently cross-dimensional because it showed up in Dino Chart. That's fine. We're not going to get into that. But they had a plan. See, the guy in the middle, not that you can necessarily see him well, he casts a spell which changes the Rangers and the monsters. So the Rangers get into the monster bodies, the monsters, you get where I'm going with this. They kind of attack, and when they do all get swapped. But whenever the main guy in the middle is trying to put handcuffs on everyone to escape, and that is Brody and Sarah. Now, Brody is in a different suit I don't think we've seen before. Sarah, on the other hand, if you recognize that right there? That's Necroline. That's Necroline from Mystic Force. She was like a general. She's like, you don't, that's not a suit, but she showed up in Dino Charge as a background, like, monster villain, but now they're using, that suit must be in very, very good condition. Now, the Rangers and monsters all get swooped up, get taken to the Halloween Court, which is this right here. You are having your entire lives judged, guys, by that witch, and these pumpkins, who are, mind you, way more entertaining the second time through whenever you're like, okay. I think these guys just had really fun filming this episode, and even sometimes if maybe I don't care for an episode so much, and I'm not just saying like just this episode, I mean Rangers in general, if you can tell the actors had a blast, if you can tell the cast was having fun, it makes it easier on all accounts, I guess. And after a while, I'm like, this was just so silly. Like, these guys must have had a blast being in these costumes, pretending to be like a monster stuck in a human body. How fun is that? I think it was a really interesting premise and an awesome, I don't know. I enjoyed it. These monsters are being charged, and if they, was it like 10 things, they become vaporized. And you're like, vaporized? No, we'll get to that a little later. The witch just the court witch is what she was called, and she was kind of the attorney for both ways. And then there's the three pumpkin judges. Of course, they use this kind of as a weird clip show. A clip show is in clips that hadn't really been used in the show before. I think they used the first one. Well, I know they used the first one, which was the first episode, Brody steals the Ninja Nexus prism and stuff, and they escape. But after that, they use stuff from other footage that we probably were not going to get. Just really strange footage. Not stuff that probably would have worked. Not that the footage that we do have always works, but that's for another rant. So they use all this other footage. So it's like a clip show with clips you probably haven't seen yet. It was they probably definitely saved some money on fight stunts and everything, because these kind of bonus episodes are usually a little more clip shows and things like that. But it was nice to see at least footage that we've never seen before used, and it made kind of sense why it was a little wackier, because it was the monsters themselves making these stories up, right? So it was the monsters making up fake stories, and that's why, like, when they were doing with Preston, like, all the Rangers were wearing capes. They're like, we would never wear capes. Don't even talk about capes again. So how are our Ranger heroes going to be getting out of this? Because these pumpkins are like, we're going to vanquish you. Maybe not exactly like that, but more or less, they were really, really vanquish happy. And so was the witch. She was guilty. And yeah, really, really strange. But there is something that we never, ever get to see enough of, and that is Mick with a plan. Mick comes up with a plan, lures the baddie. You know what? We'll let it all play out. The main monster that was off searching for Brody and Sarah and their other monster costumes, not costumes, because that's what they were in. They trick him, they hit him, he goes back to Halloween Court. I'm so sorry, I really did trick them. The pumpkin judges were like, whoa, we were tricked? The witch was also shocked. I wasn't, but that's what that is. The witch switches them back. They are all super duper happy, and the baddies are like, what's gonna happen? Well, how? Why did the main switcheroo dude flip on them? It doesn't matter the verbology, because it was Mick, my friend. Yay, it was Mick. Mick came back to the rescue, and it was him shape-shifting, although he had the voice still, which doesn't make sense because when the Rangers swapped and the voices didn't. We're going to let that go, because you know what? No, I'm going to definitely say that in Mick's weird shapeshiftery way that he gets the voice, because it's not the same magic. So you know what? Mick is awesome. Mick can probably do it anyway. So the monsters get judged guilty, of course, and they get vaporized. These pumpkins, dude, you are guilty and you are vaporized. Just poof. There they go. Dude, if Mick and them had been a few minutes later, the Rangers would have been katus. Poof. Vanish. Poof. In this sense of Halloween. I need to watch Hocus Pocus. I haven't watched that this year. Anyway, with the rest of them all out, they're like, well, where is and I can't remember his name. Where's the magic one that did the flippy flop? Don't worry, we have him. No, you don't. You left him at the base with Redbot. Guess what? He escaped, because Redbot doesn't even read people children's stories anymore. Ooh, I really hope I know we're gonna get the mechanical stuff in Beast Morphers. We're gonna have the Buddy Bots, Beast Bots, I think is what they're gonna be called. Man, I hope they get more going for him than what Redbot has, because that is just poor Redbot, man. Just poor Redbot. At any rate, he escapes, of course, so the Rangers have to track him down. They defeat him. and they get to have a giant Zord fight. Now, his little thing, he like rumbles the ground and the Zords keep breaking apart. So they get to destroy um, the main guy with their Zords. Not Zords. Hide. Hide. There we go. Woo! You see these happy Zords? They are dancing. They are joyous. I love them. So yeah, this is how they had to defeat them as just separate Zords. And I really like the picture. They're just being silly, and I think it was a good way to wrap up this weird clip showy, albeit fun episode. So yeah. Okay. You know what? We're gonna wrap this one up with this. I have other stuff I need to get recording, guys. I'm really sorry. I know content hasn't been fantastic lately. But I'm kind of working on that. So I hope you guys enjoyed just this weird review little wrap up, and I will see you guys next time. We have Magic Misfire. I've got Beyond the Grid issue 32 coming out. I still have a toy to review, so we'll get to all that later. Thanks for watching, guys. My name is Ranger Liz. Have a great day. Toodles.